Oh wow. They look kind of scary, but they're awesome, like how they're twisting. Stonehenge is cool, but personally for me, it's just some rocks. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another video today. Today's video is going to be the top 10 places to visit in the UK. I'm sure you guys say there's way more than 10, and I know there's way more than 10. There's probably thousands of places that should be checked out. Someone could probably definitely spend years, definitely years, checking out all your guys' awesome scenery, cities, towns, villages, just everything. And it would be amazing to be able to do that someday. I can't ever picture like being able to spend years there unless I live there, which I'm not actually totally against. Anyway, with that being said, make sure you like this video. Comment below your favorite place that's not mentioned in this video that you think should have been. Also comment below any place that you want to give like a shout out to, especially for people that are not from the UK and might be going there. If you're new to this channel, then please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. If you're a recurring subscriber, then I love you. You guys are the best, and you guys make this possible. So with that being said, we're gonna get right in this video. But before, I did want to mention, I actually am hopefully planning to come to the UK within the next year. With COVID and everything going on, I am not probably going to this year. I feel like coming right after you guys reopen is a little too soon.
That's what she said.
You know, let you guys enjoy your life without a bunch of tourists and stuff coming in and like asking questions and stuff. But I'm definitely going to come. When is the question? I don't know. So anyway, with that being said, let's get in the video. Check out your guys' beautiful, amazing country.
My name is Ryan Shirley, and I spent the last few years exploring the United Kingdom, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my UK top 10.
Oh wow.
The United Kingdom is made up of the countries of England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and
Whoa. Sorry, I know I'm already pausing so soon, but
the countries of England, Wales, Northern Ireland.
Those trees look they look kind of scary, but they're awesome, like how they're twisting. I don't know if he's gonna say, but let me know where those trees are, like those type of trees.
Ireland and Scotland. If you want to go back in time and feel like you're in a fairy tale or a Harry Potter film, the UK is the place for you. It's easy to see why so many myths and legends were born here. It's one of the world's most enchanting places. Alright, so for our first location, we're going to go visit possibly the most iconic city in the world, London. I've traveled more to London than any other international destination. I have to say it's my favorite city in the world, and I just keep coming back. Everything from the double-decker buses to the energy of Piccadilly Circus makes the city feel so alive. There's just so many places to see. You can check out the iconic Big Ben and walk across the bridge to see the Palace of Westminster. There's the Tower Bridge, which is possibly the most famous bridge in all of London. You can go
I know now it's the Tower Bridge, not the London Bridge. The London Bridge is no longer there.
See the Stoic Guards at Buckingham Palace or take a ride on the London Eye. If you haven't already been to London, I'd highly recommend visiting when you can. It's hard to beat the London atmosphere. There's no city like it in the world. Alright, so after exploring London, we're going to make the...
Okay, yeah. Also, I just want to ask you, people from the UK, British people. I feel like for my first trip, I'm more of a scenery guy. I like the outdoors, and I think that's what this video is going to cover. I just love the countryside. But because London is so iconic, as a first-time traveler, is it better to check out London and do kind of the city stuff first? Or do you guys recommend skipping London and going straight to the countryside? What is your guys' opinion? Because I would like to know so that I don't waste any of my time. I'm not against checking out London, but I feel like I'd only want to spend a few days there because, again, it's just a city, and I'm not really a huge city person. I'm all about the country. So let me know.
The 2-hour drive over to Stonehenge, located in Wiltshire, England, lies one of the most famous man-made rock structures in the world. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Stonehenge, like what was its purpose and how was it made. Archaeologists believe it was constructed back between 3000 to 2000 BC. Stonehenge consists of a ring of rocks, each being around 13 feet high and weighing nearly 25 tons each. It's unclear what...
So yeah, Stonehenge looks cool. I personally I'm not really interested in checking it out because I've heard like what you see in this video is what you get, and there's probably a ton of people. Like, it's such a tourist attraction. I'm like one of those persons, I kind of like the ones that aren't really well known and go check things out like that. Stonehenge is cool. It's cool that you guys have it in the history, but personally for me, it's just some rocks.
what the exact purpose of Stonehenge was. It's believed that it was used as an astronomical observatory or a religious site. Either way, it sure makes you stop and think how people thousands of years ago were able to construct this. Alright, so after Stonehenge, we're gonna head on over to the Jurassic Coast. While you won't find any dinosaurs here, you might find some fossils on the beach. The Jurassic Coast is England's only natural World Heritage Site, and it's become popular with its white cliffs and picturesque beaches that are full of fossils formed over 65 million years ago. One of the most famous spots on the Jurassic Coast is Door. It's this limestone arch that goes straight into the ocean. There's a great beach there, and I just can't think of a better place to spend during the hot English summers. One of my favorite spots on the Jurassic Coast is Old Harry's Rocks. Now, special thanks to my friend David Rule for providing this footage. He has an awesome Instagram and YouTube that I'll provide in the description below. I remember the first time I saw his picture of this place and I was just baffled by the scenery there. The Old Harry Rocks are these sea stacks that are made completely out of chalk that mark the end of the Jurassic Coast. In World War II, the stacks were used as target practice for pilots, so that's kind of crazy. I just love the combination of the green meadows with the white cliffs and the blue ocean. I mean, it's just hard to beat that scenery. Alright, so after the Jurassic...
Yeah, I'm with Ryan there. I've actually never seen white cliffs. I think I've seen some pictures of this before, but absolutely, like, that's my type of place I want to go to. That is breathtaking. I love the cliffs. I'm a little curious to see how tall those cliffs are. They look like a couple hundred feet at least. That's just beautiful. Absolutely. Like, words cannot describe that. Like, even the video, I'm sure in person is not doing it justice. That is insane.
Jurassic Coast, we're gonna head up north to visit the country of Wales. Now, Wales is located in the southwest part of Great Britain. It's famous for its mountainous national parks, picturesque coastline, and distinct Welsh language. One of the most scenic places in Wales is the Snowdonia National Park. It's a region in northwest Wales that is known for its mountains and lakes. The highest peak in Wales, Mount Snowdon, is located in the park with an elevation of 10,085 meters. You can hike on up there, or you can take the Snowdon Mountain Railway to the top. If you're lucky, you might be able to see Ireland across the sea. Alright, so...
Yeah, someone told me there weren't mountains in the UK, or maybe that was just in England. Because again, I'm all about the mountains. Yeah, well, I mean, that's really, really pretty with the mountains and the lakes. We have a lot of that over here, but it's not the same, for sure. Again, I definitely would want to check that out. Like, again, that's just awesome.
After Wales, we're going to head to the Isle of Man. Now, located in the Irish Sea, right between England and Ireland, lies a rugged island known for its rural landscapes and medieval castles. While it's technically not part of the United Kingdom, it has status of crown dependency, and the UK is responsible for its defense and external relations. The Isle of Man has had an interesting history. Humans have lived on it since 6500 BC, and in the 19th century it was ruled by Norway, but in 1266 the island became part of Scotland, and now it is a self-governing isle. An interesting place on the Isle of Man is Peel Castle. It was constructed by Vikings in the 11th century and just sits right on the ocean. I mean, it's a pretty cool castle if you ask me. Alright, so after the Isle...
Okay, yeah, I just checked out a couple videos back of the Isle of Man racing, and I kind of saw little glimpses of the countryside. I was like, man, that looks really pretty. Yeah, they didn't even touch on the scenery. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about the Isle of Man, actually. So if you're from the Isle of Man, just let me know a little bit of history or send me some links or something. Again, also as a shout out, you guys can direct message me on Instagram. That's always in the description. Feel free to send me a message about any future content, or like I said, like if you're from the Isle of Man or been to the Isle of Man and you know something really cool about it, I would love to check it out.
Isle of Man, we're gonna head across the sea to visit Northern Ireland. Now, Ireland is full of just beautiful scenery, dramatic coastal cliffs, and countless castles. Back in 1921, Ireland was split into Northern and Southern Ireland as a result of the Government of Ireland Act of 1920. While Southern Ireland became a free Irish state, Northern Ireland remained within the United Kingdom. The capital of Northern Ireland is the city of Belfast, which is the birthplace of the Titanic ship. One of the most iconic places in Northern Ireland is the Dark Hedges. It's this road lined with beech trees. Planted in the 18th century, it was used as a filming location for the Game of Thrones. On the northern coast,
hell yeah, Game of Thrones was awesome till the last season, of course. I'm glad he mentioned where those were, though. Those are awesome.
You can check out the Carrick Already rope bridge or see the basalt columns at the Giant's Causeway. I mean, there's just so much history and beauty in Ireland, and it just makes me want to go there and explore. Alright, so for our next location, we're going to head to Scotland to visit the Isle of Skye. This is probably my all-time favorite place in the UK. You literally feel like you're in a fairy tale when you visit there. I was lucky enough to go to the Isle of Skye last summer, and it's about a 5-hour drive from Edinburgh. One of the most impressive places in the Isle of Skye is the Old Manastor. It's one of my all-time favorite rock formations. I felt like I was on the set of Game of Thrones when I was there. Now, to get to the Old Manastor, it's about a 4-kilometer hike. You walk through some conservation gates and you'll reach the famous rock pinnacles. I went for sunrise and sunset, and both occasions were breathtaking. When I was there was just like crows flying around the rock, and there were some sheep running around. I mean, it was just a magical place. So the legend of the Old Manastor is supposedly a giant lived there a long time ago, and when he was buried, his thumb was left sticking out of the ground. When you go there, it's easy to see why it's one of the world's most iconic rock formations. It's one of my all-time favorite places, and I recommend everyone to see it at least once in their life. Just a few minutes away from the Old Manastor, there is a breathtaking waterfall called Meout Falls that cascades down to the ocean. There's a nice viewpoint where you can look at the waterfall. The surrounding sea cliffs in the area are also stunning. One of the most famous is Kilt Rock, which are right by Meout Falls. I mean, it's just such a cool area. There aren't many waterfalls that fall straight into the ocean. If you're looking to find some fairies, you may want to check out the fairy pools. There are these picturesque blue pools that lie at the base of the black colons. When I was there were so many midges, I didn't dare get close to water, so make sure you bring some bug spray. If you want to do a beautiful hike, I'd also recommend visiting the Korang. It's one of the most beautiful areas in the Isle of Skye. You feel like you're walking on a giant golf course. I found this crazy vantage point to get a good 360 view of the whole area. Alright, so after the Isle of Skye, we're going to head over to the nearby Eileen.
Okay, the Isle of Skye looks awesome, like straight out Lord of the Rings kind of stuff. I want to know though, obviously there's no houses, there's no towns, there's just a road. Is that like a park that is protected by the government that people can't like build there? Or is it like to preserve the beauty and the natural or like wonderment of it? Or is there something else going on there? Like, I know Scotland doesn't really have that many people, is that why? Or is it just like preserved for farmland? I'd be really interested to know. So if you guys can let me know, I would appreciate that. Again, all this stuff is absolutely breathtaking. We have definitely a lot of breathtaking stuff in the U.S. A lot of places I have not been to. I don't really think we have the cliffs and stuff like that, like you guys. No, I'm pretty sure we don't. I mean, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Bonang Castle. If you're driving to the Isle of Skye, you will drive right by this. It's one of my favorite castles in the UK. Situated on a small tidal island at the point where the 3 great sea locks meet, the castle was built in the 13th century. I'm so mad at myself I didn't visit the castle when I was there. I wasn't able to check it out. That's one of my biggest regrets of when I visited the UK, so don't make the same mistake I made. Alright, so after castle, we're going to head over to one of Scotland's most iconic locations, the Glenfinnan Viaduct. It's located at the top of Loch Shiel in the West Highlands of Scotland. It was completed around 1898. This may look familiar because it was featured in the Harry Potter films. When I was there, I wanted to get close to the bridge, so I walked underneath it. I was just shook by how big it actually was. After I hiked to the top to get a good vantage point so I could see the famous train go across the viaduct. Just really reminds you of those Harry Potter movies. Alright, so after Glenfinnan, we're going to head over to...
Very nice. Is that like a common train that's like used for public transportation, or is it just kind of for touristy type? Again, that's a pretty awesome... it's pretty amazing to see like a structure that's 200 years old that's still strong enough to like support trains and stuff.
Edinburgh. Now, if you want to go back in time, Edinburgh is a must. It's where J.K. Rowling wrote her Harry Potter novels. When I started traveling, this was one of the first cities I visited. It's a medieval old town with intricate neoclassical buildings, cobblestone streets, and beautiful gardens. The iconic Edinburgh Castle overlooks the city and is home to Scotland's crown jewels. When I was there, I didn't go into the castle because I was being too cheap, but one of my favorite places was Calton Hill. It offers a beautiful view of the whole entire city. While we're still in Edinburgh, we're going to head over to Arthur's Seat. Now, Arthur's Seat is located in Holyrood Park, and it's a short walk from Edinburgh Centre. Arthur's Seat is an extinct volcano with an elevation of 823 feet. When I was there, I wanted to get as high as I could so I could see all of Edinburgh. I made a hike up and I reached the top. It was just so windy when I was there, nearly blew me over. After I hiked to the top, I had a good time just hiking around Holyrood Park and enjoying the views of one of UK's most iconic cities. Alright, well that is it for my United Kingdom top 10. The UK is just such a unique region in the world, and I hope all can witness its beauty and history. What was your favorite place in the video? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to support the channel.
Yeah, my favorite place was probably the White Cliffs. The trees are really cool, and the place with the thumb, I forgot the names. The giant. That whole area looked amazing. Edinburgh actually looks really cool though too. As a city, it looks like someone I would definitely want to check out. Yeah, shout out to Ryan and Shirley for making this type of content. I mean, I appreciate like being able to see it. It is breathtaking. Maybe, yeah, if you guys like this stuff, maybe go support his channel. I don't know, it's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. And if I could somehow spend like months in the UK, just traveling, like just checking stuff out, I totally would. Obviously at this time I cannot. If I was rich, that would be what I would do. I would just travel and go see places all over the world. I know like there's so much to see. You can definitely spend your whole life just traveling, seeing new sights and stuff. But since we were focused on the UK right now, yeah, that's what I would love to do. I would love to check out some of those places. Again, give a shout out to your place. Let me know what your favorite area is, what should have been on his list. Let me know. If you guys made this far, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and supporting this content. As always, feel free to share and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on content and when it's put out. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Peace.